My God, I hate drugs.
Inimbestigahan na rin ng Bureau of Internal Revenue ang pinatalsik na Chief Justice na si Maria Lourdes Sereno. Ayon kay Sereno, pinagpapasa siya ng NBI o ng BIR ng kanyang tax declaration mula noong 2004 pa. Kasama na rin daw rito ang mga gastusin niya sa bahay gaya ng kuryente, tubig at iba pa. Kausap na ng mga abogado ni Sereno ang BIR. Naghahanda na rin ang kanyang kampo para sa paghain ng motion for reconsideration kaugnay ng co-warrant of petition na nagpatalsik sa kanya.
President Duterte fires another official. This time, the Government Corporate Counsel Rudolph Philip Jurado. Here's what he said in his own words.
May I call the Government Corporate Council now? Are you in this? Nandito ka? Kasi kung nandito ka, lumabas ka po. You are fired. I do not need you, and maybe you do not need me. Alam mo yung APECO was granted a franchise, report and everything. And there's always that accompanying provision about gambling. Wala akong magawa eh. I don't like it. I have a very bad experience about gambling when I was young.
President Duterte made the announcement during the signing of the Ease of Doing Business Act in Malaking. Jurado's firing comes after reports that lawyers of the Office of the Government Corporate Counsel accused him of issuing an opinion allowing the Aurora Pacific Economic Zone, or APECO, to operate outside its jurisdiction as long as it is within a Philippine Economic Zone Authority-controlled area. Another round of fuel prices increase will take effect at 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. PTT Philippines, Phoenix Petroleum, Flying V, and Sea Oil will raise gasoline prices by 65 centavos per liter and diesel by 35 centavos per liter. Flying V and Sea Oil will also implement a 45 centavo per liter hike on kerosene prices. The price adjustments reflect movements in the international oil market. The Philippine Competition Commission says Grab has the virtual monopoly of both the driver and customer base. According to its review, the Competition Commission is concerned about Grab's surging fares despite the supposed increase in its supply of drivers. It adds the loss of competition has led to a spike in driver and trip cancellations, including longer waiting time. The Commission says the entry of new transport network companies did not provide sufficient competition. It explains it will take time for these new players to build a base of drivers and riders that can compete with Grab.
Hintayin natin kung ano yung comments nila or mariring in the process mag-offer sila ng commitments, voluntary commitments. Otherwise, mag-proceed tayo doon sa adjudication na mismo para yung commission magkaroon ng decision sa kaso.
Grab has until Friday, June 1st, to reply to the Commission's concerns. In sports, basketball superstar Kiefer Ravena has been banned from playing in FIBA-sanctioned tournaments for 18 months after failing a drug test. The Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas says Ravena tested positive for 3 banned substances found in a pre-workout drink he took before the Philippines-Japan game in the FIBA World Cup Asian qualifiers last February. FIBA's decision came down May 22, which was why the SBP decided to pull Ravena out from Sunday's PBA All-Star game in Iloilo City. The 24-year-old guard is ineligible to play from any FIBA-sanctioned tournament from February 25, 2018 to August 24, 2019. Amid the controversy, Ravena called on everyone to raise awareness of all legal substances to local athletes.
I am in front of you guys today to take full responsibility of my actions, despite how painful and dreadful it is. I regret taking this pre-workout drink without analyzing and taking extra time to know what its ingredients are. I am a responsible man I will face the consequences no matter how painful and life-changing it may be. Together with the POC, the SBP, and the PBA, we agreed to make this an advocacy, and for me to be an instrument for the education of the Filipino athletes nationwide. As a country promoting fair play in all sports, we want to stop future circumstances regarding this issue by increasing the knowledge of all our athletes.
The SBP said it is still clarifying Kiefer's eligibility to continue playing for the NLEX Road Warriors in the PBA. Meantime, the Cleveland Cavaliers are heading back to the NBA Finals. They complete the comeback in Boston after putting away the Celtics in a do-or-die Game 7, 87-79. The Cavs took the lead in the second half to finally shut down the C's in their home turf. The King, LeBron James, led his court with 35 points, 15 rebounds and 9 assists. Jeff Green also stepped up in the absence of Kevin Love. Green tallied 19 markers and 8 boards. This is Cavs' 4th straight trip to the NBA Finals, having ruled the East since 2015. LeBron's and the Cavs' domination in the East is taking social media by storm. This one is shocked the Cavs were able to beat the Celtics. He explains that while LeBron is by far the best player on the floor, the Celtics had won all 3 home games in the series by double digits. He adds the C's were also undefeated in Boston in the playoffs before the Game 7 loss. Awe and disbelief from John Navarro. He says, quote, "I was still in high school the last time LeBron did not make it to the NBA Finals," unquote. The Cavs' ticket to the Finals gives LeBron his 8th straight Finals appearance in the NBA. That's 4 with the Cavs and 4 with his former team, the Miami Heat. No greatest of all-time debate for this netizen. He claims the King is clearly the GOAT of basketball. And this one kept it straight to the point. He says, quote, "Wow, LeBron did it again." Join the conversation by visiting our website at cnnphilippines.com or by following us on social media at CNN Philippines. We would love to hear from you. You're in the newsroom on CNN Philippines tonight. The Labor Department orders the wage boards to study an increase in workers' pay. President Duterte fires another official over a controversial deal. And basketball superstar Kiefer Ravena is banned from playing at FIBA events for using prohibited substances. Good evening, I'm Cherry Mercado. The Labor Department has ordered regional wage boards to study a possible minimum wage increase. But ahead of this, a militant bloc at the House of Representatives files a bill seeking a nationwide minimum wage of 750 pesos. The current wage in Metro Manila, the benchmark of all regions, is 512 pesos. Our Joyce Ilas tells us more.
Labor Secretary Silvestre Bello wants regional wage boards to speed up public hearings, which may lead to minimum wage adjustments in the wake of rising commodity prices. A labor official says Bello mentioned a number of regions where wage reviews may be held since their last wage adjustment was more than a year ago.
Si Secretary po, as he mentioned earlier, has already instructed yun pong ating mga regional boards na ang wage order ay nag-anniversary na ho. 6 regions po yun, and they are now in different stages of consultations.
Maria Criselda C. of the National Wages Productivity Commission says Bello mentioned the wage boards in Central Luzon, the Visayas, Zamboanga Peninsula, and Davao region, and if these areas had a sustained extraordinary increase in prices of basic goods within the last 6 months to merit a wage increase. President Duterte has also ordered the minimum wage review even without a wage hike petition.
Ngayon pa lang po binigay yung order. Kailangan mo kasi yan, normally, there should be a petition. Pero ang ginawa na ng presidente, inutusan na sila, wag na kayo mag-antay ng petition. No? Pag-aralan na on your own. No? Kung kinakailangan lang itaas ang minimum.
National minimum wage! Ibalik, ibalik, ipaglaban!
At the House of Representatives, the Makabayan bloc has filed a bill to raise the minimum wage to 750 pesos nationwide. Anakpawis Representative Ariel Casilo says they filed a bill based on the daily living wage of a Filipino family of 6 worth 1,160 pesos. Casilo says the bill also aims to abolish the regional wage boards.
Ito rin ang pinangako ni Pangulong Duterte na tatanggalin ang mga provincial rate at hinahamon namin si Pangulong Duterte na i-materialize yung sinasabi niya sa kampanya na tanggalin ang mga provincial rate, i-certify niya as urgent and priority bill ang 7787 House Bill.
The Makabayan bloc believes that employers will be able to shoulder these additional expenses as labor costs only up to 15% of a business's overall expense.
Yung 1.4 trillion na kabuang kita, no, net profit ng mga employees, which includes SMEs, ay 30% lamang sa kanilang kabuang kita ang mababawasan.
Negros Oriental Representative Arnolfo Teves, however, believes the proposal will hurt the economy.
Once that happens, we will bring down our economy. Why? Aalis na naman yung mga kumpanya na nandito sa Pilipinas because it will increase their cost of production. So it will lower our overall production, mamamatay lalo yung ekonomiya natin.
He instead urges the government to suspend the excise tax on fuel and improve the collection performance of the Customs and Internal Revenue Bureaus. Joyce Ila, CNN Philippines.
We asked some of you about the proposed wage increase, and here are your voices.
Oo naman, kailangan talaga dahil yun ang kailangan ng tao ngayon dahil kapos na kapos dahil sa train na yan, yung gusto nila.
Yes, sana yung mas madagdagan pa yung sahod kasi lalo na ngayon wala nga tax pero mas naramdaman pa namin yung price na binibili namin sa sa grocery.
Ganun lang. Tulad na lang sa akin kasi may 4 na anak ako eh. Tapos minimum wage lang. Kung pagbabasehan mo yung kinsenas, magkano lang yun? Kung pagbalagay natin 7,000. Ang gatas ng anak ko sa 3, gumagastos ako ng 4,000 sa kinsenas. Paano pa yung pangkain, pambayad kuryente?
Opo, kasi kailangan kasi marami ng tao ang kailangan ng pagtaas ng sahod dahil tumataas na rin yung mga bilihin ngayon. Siguro po dapat po magtaas ng mga 100 pesos din.
Earlier, CNN Philippines spoke with Alan Tanhusay, spokesperson of the Associated Labor Unions, Trade Union Congress of the Philippines, and Ed Lacson, chief of the Employers Confederation of the Philippines. Lacson was asked how much of an increase can employers afford.
Yung pag-determine po ng minimum wage increase there is a process of consultation and public hearing between labor, employer, and government. So doon ho mati-determine. Dahil hindi lang naman yung arithmetic computation yung capacity ng industry to pay, that has to be taken into account. So, kaya yun yung one size fits all, medyo unfair din na yun.
Okay.
Hindi naman lahat ng kumpanya pwede magbayad ng 800 pesos.
Salamat sa kanyang perspective at sa tingin namin ay mapapakinggan niya at he will be reasonable enough to listen to us why it is 800 pesos. No? Sa tingin ho namin ay the employers group would listen to us and would be reasonable to accept that it is high time na po na baguhin na natin yung paradigm. Yung 1989 law that creating the setting of the minimum wage was created 29 years ago. At ang huling wage increase na ibinigay sa ating mga manggagawa ay during that time. So wala pong significant wage increase since 1989. No? Ang binibigay sa atin sa mga annual wage increases ay mga barya at walang impact to uplift the lives of the workers.
The Labor Department zeroes in on the top 20 companies that are allegedly engaged in the illegal practice of labor-only contracting. Officials say more than 200,000 workers are affected and labor officials want them regularized. Our Rex Remitio tells us more.
58-year-old Cipriano Bello is a contractual forklift operator in Laguna for 13 years now. His daily take-home pay only 315 pesos, apart from basic government social security benefits. But this won't make ends meet, he says, especially when a family member suffers from illness and they had to spend on medication.
Bali yung sinasahod ko ay talagang hindi talaga sapat sa pamilya ko. Kulang na kulang. At pag nagkasakit ang aking pamilya, hindi ko talaga kayang ipagamot sila.
He is unsure about the future when he retires in 2 years, as his social security benefits are only enough to support daily needs. To make matters worse, he says, contractuals like him are not getting proper treatment from his co-workers and bosses. If they complain, it might cost them their jobs.
Nakakapaghinanakit kasi kontratuhin ba ang isang kontraktual parang hindi tao. Yun yung nararanasan ko sa ngayon sa pagiging kontraktual.
The Labor Department